Hi guys, hello Mary, meets everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. This is just an update for the video that I did this morning. Right now my iPhone is currently charging its battery, so I figured since I gotta go ahead and monetize the videos on the computer anyway, I figured I might as well do the vlog here. So here we go with the updates. ResistFascism.org's protest has turned out to be a big fat dud. Oh, I feel bad for you. I cry crocodile tears. Seriously? You really thought people were gonna fall for this? First of all, here's the reason why most Americans won't. You are going against a good, popular president that is doing a fantastic, fantabulous job. It's not like he's a terrible president now. If he was a terrible president, you might have had something. For example, if you were to go against George W. Bush, or even Barack Obama, which you're not going to go against Barack Obama. Of course not. He's one of you, right? So you're not going to go for him. No. But anyway, as Alex Jones showed, the number of people showing up at these protests is very few protesters. Why would you protest something when you actually been, enjoying the fruits of his presidency? That doesn't make any sense. Gee. I mean, if you don't like his fruits of his presidency, and yet you've been doing great about it, why would you want to protest it? You don't protest something that works for you. You protest things that go against you. And what Donald Trump is doing is exactly what you want to do. Bring jobs back so you can pay your bills and that you'll have money in your bank account. That is what Donald Trump is doing. That is why Donald Trump is successful. That is because he believes in the American capitalistic spirit of self-reliance, self-success, homegrown, made in America. That's a big difference what these progressives or liberal leftists pushing, which is, we don't care if you starve to death. That's okay, the government will make more. No, it does not make more. All those years of progressivism in this country did not make more. We did not do well under Barack Obama. Jeez. He only was the tip of the iceberg of the problem that already existed. But Donald Trump is totally changing that for the better. So you wonder why I shoot in black and white sometimes. I'll tell you what. Because I hate to say it, the world can be very black and white, but as you will notice looking at this picture, there are grays too. It's not all one or the other, there's traits of both, right? It's the same thing with politics. It's either if you're a Republican, but you believe in the liberal right or left, does that make you a liberal left Democrat? No. I'm a moderate. I already mentioned that before. I'm a moderate Republican. I support the moderate position. That is, I look at the world around me. I try to see what's going on. And I try to make the right decisions based on the things that make the right decisions. It makes sense. But that doesn't mean that I'm always perfect, because I'm not. Okay? But the point is what ResistFascism.org did is they just demonstrated that there's not enough people supporting their cause to justify their expense. That George Soros funneled all the money into this campaign, and it's a god awful waste of money. All that money that George Soros invested into this, they could have invested that in to rebuild the cities, like Flint, Michigan, which you still can't drink the water after all this time, or Detroit, or fixing the issues in other major cities like Chicago. All the stuff that George Soros could have invested his money in and into his NGOs. to do the good things, to fix the problems that were affecting everybody. Instead, he's spending all this money to try to cause all this dissent and all this anger in everybody. And he just realized he just threw his money down the fucking toilet. He's not going to get what he wants because America's doing good now. But I'm going to say the same thing as Shag O'Neal and the another guy said about the kneelers. Take a stand and fix the problems in your community. Okay? George Soros, this applies to you too. If you really seriously want to make people choose your cause, you better start fixing the things that are broken. If you fix the things that are broken, maybe people might go ahead and sign on. But majority of the people at this point are going to tell you straight up, I don't care. Because I'll tell you why they don't care. Because your agenda sucks. Dodo eggs. You don't have it. Donald Trump is wiping your face with your dirty shit rag that you created. Because you don't even realize that if you want to make positive change and get everybody to support your socialism agenda, you should have been in there with construction crews and rebuilding the city one after the other, giving the monies to the cities to rebuild. Then maybe you would have gotten more favors. Fix Venezuela first. That's right. Gee, show that you can do something right. If you want to have people protest, you got to have the reason for them to want to keep you around. Right now, as we saw with Maduro in Venezuela, is that your agenda doesn't work at all. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't work at all. It sucks donkey balls. If you want to really fix things, that's what you got to do. You got to fix the problems you have around you. Win the support of the communities behind you. And then that's when you have a protest. You don't waste your bloody time protesting when you don't have anything that's going to make the community want to stand behind you. What a shame. What a real shame. You didn't think of that. So ResistFascism.org, here's the deal. You want to get people to work with you, then you got to give them a reason to want to. And right now, what we see in Venezuela, and what we're seeing in Cuba, and what we're seeing in other countries is, I'm not going to support that. It's not worth it. I'm not going to benefit from this. Case in point, that's what the most important thing you got to think about, is that you don't have a solid campaign platform, you ain't going to get the support. Whereas Donald Trump is doing everything he said. I'm going to fix the problem with immigration. I'm going to begin the process of working on infrastructure in the inner cities. I'm going to work on the tax reform. I'm going to work on medical coverage. I'm going to fix those problems as best I can. I'm going to bring jobs back to this country best I can. In less than 2 quarters, he got the gross domestic product increased by a total of 6%. And some small percentage points more than that, but 6%. Wow. That's a hell of an increase. Barack Obama, in almost 8 years, couldn't even get it up beyond 1%. Wow. Think about that one, guys. I'm not a racist, by the way. I am not a white supremacist. I'm an American citizen. I'm a realist. I see what's going on. I see the world around me. I'm the fool on the hill. That's because I have Asperger's. I'm the fool on the hill. I see the world going round. I see the sun going down. I see the sun coming up too. I see it all from the outside looking in. I know what I see. That's a big difference in what you support when the Republicans support this. There's 2 divisions of Republicans. You got the old school that wants to support the swamp, right? Okay, you know what they are. A lot of them are leaving now. Flake was one of them. McCain is going to die off eventually. And a few others. You got the other members of the swamp on the Democrat side. They're dying off too. You got the Tea Party, which is kind of in Trump's area, but not quite. You got the Trumpers. The point here is there's no reason why we can, no reasonable reason how we can support these swampers. We can't support them. They don't want to accept that their years and years and years of failed dogma hasn't solved a bloody thing. It doesn't matter if they're Republican, like John McCain, or Chuck Schumer, or Democrat, like Nancy Pelosi. At least Nancy Pelosi seems to be a little more moderate now. She's kind of like starting to kind of ask more legitimate questions like, are we really doing the right thing? Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You're kind of cute anyway. Too much too old for me. Gee, that's another story. You ever see her face? She's got the cutest face. Okay. But behind that cute face is an evil mind, and that's where the problem starts. And she's also married. But if she was single, I don't know if I could actually would want to date her or not. That's another story. The same thing happened when you got a couple of the other Democrats. Look at what happened in the state of Connecticut. State of Connecticut, that's a freaking disaster. We got the state is a nanny state. It's a socialist state. It's going down the shitter. It's becoming like Venezuela. Where's all the jobs going? They're disappearing. Because Governor Daniel P. Malloy is out of touch with what's going on in the real world. He doesn't understand. You can't keep raising the taxes because people who have the resources are going to bail. The ones that can't are going to be stuck as prisoner of their own design. Okay? It's just like the song, Welcome to Hotel California. Welcome to Hotel Connecticut. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Alright? And then they say, we're a prisoner here, but we can never leave. Why? Because where are you supposed to go when you have no money? When the state isn't giving you the money to move out, and the state doesn't want to give money for people to move in, or the state doesn't want to make it lucrative for a business to come back here. Businesses are leaving Connecticut. That's something to think about for November. Get your ass to the polls in your state and vote like you mean it. I don't care if it's Connecticut, Chicago, Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, whatever. Get out there to the polls and vote. Vote for positive change. Whichever party you believe in. I don't care if it's Republican or Democrat, but vote for the people that are going to make the positive changes that you want to see. Just voting for the old guard, regardless party, trying to make things better, isn't going to solve crap. You understand what I'm saying here? That's right. You got to vote with your conscience. You got to vote, make a good decision. And if you don't know anything about the platforms of your candidates, then take a chance to look at the platforms. And of course, if you don't have time to do that, remember this. If you know that the incumbents, that means the people that are already in office, that are doing a crappy job, vote for the alternative candidate. Can't be any worse, right? So if you see you got a governor that's a Democrat and he's a flying asshole and he doesn't do the right job, then vote for the Republican candidate. Can't do any worse, you hope. But at least it helps if you understand what the campaign platform is of the competitor. It's a big deal, guys. It's time to seriously look at the world around you and realize that we gotta fix the things that are broken. And we gotta make sure not to let the people destroy your lives and come up with excuses. You vote them in, we can vote you out. So if we don't think you're doing a good job at the end of your 4-year term as governor, you're out the door. Same with the president. If Donald Trump does not successfully succeed as presidential candidate in by 2020, if he would turn out to be a real boondoggle or a real clusterfuck, he would have been out long before now, trust me. But he's doing something right. And that is why the ResistFascism.org people have no guarantee of going to get the kind of support that they need to overthrow him. Because he's doing very well. Despite all the slings and arrows and snares you throw at them. Wow. Think about that. Alright. Anyway, don't forget, on Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Atlantic Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and 3 p.m. Pacific Time will be the live stream. And that starts, and that will be, I'd like to have your questions come in as soon as you can on 6, but we may not be able to do. Sue may very well be with us that day, because I already talked to Sue. It sounds like she said that depending on when her Pittsburgh Steelers game is on, is that she had planned to watch her Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, that's another thing that's gone to shit. Thanks to all the protesters. You destroyed the National Football League's ratings. Nobody wants to watch football games anymore. NFL is cooked and done to perfection. There's no way. ESPN is canceling the contract to carry the Monday Night Football games. It's up for renewal soon. And they already said that they're going to find every way they can to break the contract. ESPN itself is cooked. Well, that's because it went from a news source to news for sports source to political news source, and that's killing the network. But that's another story. Alright, so for now, I'll see you guys tomorrow, or if there's any more updates tonight, I will let you know. Okay? See you later. Bye-bye.